Okay guys, Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. So today we will continue to see the families of roses, where the roses is one of the curve that we will get when we plot our polar coordinate points. Okay, if before this we see the curve when we have a function in the form of r equal to a plus minus b sine theta, or r equal to a plus minus b cos theta, where this both equation will give us a curve in the form of limacons or cardioids. Okay, but today we will see the curve that be represented by the equation in the form of r equal to a sine n theta and r equal to a sine r equal to a cos n theta. Okay, where these two type of equation will give you a shape or a curve looks like a roses. Okay, there are a few steps that you need to do before we can plot our roses curve. You can see the step in details in your textbook, but here I want to summary or simplify the step. Okay, the step is actually very simple and easy. So the first step, you need to know that the petals of your roses is depend on the value of n. Okay, here you have value of n. Okay, so the petals, the number of petals of your roses depends on the value of n. If your n is odd number, okay, therefore you will have a roses with petals equals to n. Okay, total n. But if your n is even number, okay, you will have the number of petals for your roses is equal to 2 times with n. Okay, so this one is the number of petals that you will have for your roses. Okay, so the first step is you need to know what is the value of a, what is the value of n, where you can get the value of a and n from the equation, and what is the value of p, where p is the number of petals that you need to have in your curve. Okay, this is the three important value that you need to know. The second step is you need to find what is d, where d is a distance and the formula of distance is 360 divided by p. Okay, so this one is the formula of distance. Later I will show you why the distance is important. Okay, the third one, you need to position or know where is your position of the first petal. And to know the position of the first petal, you need to let your r equal to a. Okay, if you see here, we have the equation in terms of r equal to a sine n theta. Therefore, to know where is the position of our first petal, we need to let this r equal to a. Okay, let's see one example. Let's say we have to find the curve or plot the curve for function r equal to 4 sine 3 theta. Okay, so the first one you need to know is what is the value of a. So here your value of a is equal to 4. Okay, the value of n is equal to 3. Okay, therefore we can write our value of a is equal to 4, the value of n is equal to 3. Therefore the value of petals, because of the value of n here is odd, the number of petals that you have will be n, so n is equal to 3. If the n here is even, the number of petals that you have is n times 2. Okay, so now our petals are equal to 3. The second step is you need to find d, where d is a distance, so d is equal to 360 divided by p. So you will have 360 divided by 3 equal to 120. Or if you want to put in form of pi, you will get 120 is actually 3 pi over 2. Sorry, 2 pi over 3. Okay, 2 pi over 3. pi is equal to 180. So 180 times 2, 360 divided by 3 is 120. This one is in the form of pi. Alright, so now the third step is we need to know the position of our first petal. Therefore, we will let our r equal to a. So now a is equal to 4. So we will let our r here is equal to 4. Therefore, we have the new equation 4 sine 3 theta equal to 4. Okay, let's solve for theta. You will have sine 3 theta equal to 1. Then you will have 3 theta equal to inverse sine 1. You can find the value from your calculator. You will have 3 theta is actually equal to pi over 2 or 90. Okay, 3 theta is actually equal to 90, or we can write it in the form of pi, which is pi over 2. Okay, so theta is equal to 90 divided by 3 is equal to 30, or pi over 2 divided by 3 is equal to pi over 6. Okay, you can use in the form of number value here or pi here. So now you already have the first position of your first petal. So now we know that we have 3 petals. The first petals is positioned at degree or theta 30. Okay, where is your second petal position? Your second petal position is the first position plus with distance. Okay, so your distance here is 120. Therefore, you have 30 plus 120 equal to 150. So this one is the second position of your petals. The third position of your petals is the second position plus D. Okay, therefore you have 150 plus with your D is equal to 120. So the third position of your petals is 270 degree at theta equal to 270 degree. Okay, this one is the value of theta for your first, second and third position of your petals. So let's sketch the polar curve. So we have axis y and x here. Okay, you want to put the line for the petals first. So the first line will be at theta equal to 30. So theta is start from the polar axis here. So let's say theta equal to 30 is here. Okay. So you will have the line here. Okay, theta equal to 30, the first line. Okay, next line is at theta equal to 150. So theta equal to 150, let's say this one to here is 90. So let's say this one. Okay, 150. So you have the line here for the second petal. And the third petal at theta equal to 270. So you know that 270 degree is at here. Okay, so now you can already draw your petals, where your roses petal is the first one here, the second one here, and the third one is the roses. The third one of the petal is here. So what is the length of your petals? The length of your petals is equal to A. Okay, so your petals will have length 4. Okay, so this is the first example. Let's see another example. Let's say we want to plot the curve for equation r equal to 4 sine 2 theta. Okay, so the first step you need to know is what is the value of A, what is the value of n, and what is the number of your petals. Okay, so from equation we have the value of A is equal to 4 and the value of n is equal to 2. So you have A equal to 4, n equal to 2, and because n is even number, therefore your petals is 2 times n, so 2 times 2 is 4. Means that you have 4 petals for your roses. Okay, the second one you need to know is what is D. D is a distance. Okay, the formula of D is equal to 360 divided by P. Therefore you will have 360 divided by 4 equal to 120. Or 120 if you want to, sorry, 360 divided by 4 is 90. Okay, and 90, if you want to put in the form of pi, it is pi over 2. Okay, so you can use another either two function form here. Okay, so the third step is you need to know where is the first position of your first petal. Okay, so position of your first petal, to know the position of the first petal, we need to let our r equal to a. So now a is equal to 4, therefore you will have equation 4 sine 2 theta equal to 4. Okay, therefore sine 2 theta equal to 1. Okay, 2 theta equal to inverse sine 1, where inverse sine 1 is equal to 90, therefore your theta is equal to 45. Okay, so this one is your first position of your petals. Okay, so we want to find the position of the next petal. So the first petals is at 45 degree. Okay, the second petals will be at 45 plus the distance, therefore the distance now is 90. Okay, so the second petal is at 135 degree. The third petals will be at 135 plus d, therefore 135 plus 90, you will have 225 degree. And the fourth petal, the last petal that you have for your roses, is at position 225 plus d, therefore you have 225 plus 90 equal to 315. Okay, so let's draw a line for our petals first. Okay, so we have the x and y axis here. The first line at 45 degree, therefore we have a 45 degree here. Okay, the first line. The second line is 135 degree, which is 90 degree after the first line. So 90 degree after first line, 135 we have here. Okay, next we have the line at 225, so we have 225 here, and the line at 315, so we have 315 here. Okay, you need to always remember this 45, 135, 225 and 315 is the value of theta. Okay, means that from your polar axis to your first line, you have theta equal to 45 degree. Okay, from your polar axis to your second line, you will have your theta equal to 135 degree. From your polar axis to the third line here, you will have your theta equal to 225 degree. And from the polar axis to the fourth line here, you will have your theta equal to 15 degree. Okay, and the complete theta for this axis is 360 degree. Okay, that is the meaning of theta here. So now we already have the line for our petals. We can simply draw our petals. Okay, so we have 4 petals. The first petal will be here, the second petal will be here, the third petal will be here, and the fourth petal will be here. Okay, and the length of your petals is equal to a, therefore your length of the petals is equal to 4. So this one is how you want to draw a curve that will give you a shape of roses with a few number of petals.